final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Nashville, Tennessee, First Bank Stadium, home to the Commodores of Vanderbilt. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on another SEC rival, the Vanderbilt Commodores. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack. Back to throw, it's Wade. Hauls it in. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Now on first down from the 40. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's going for the big play. Throw to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
And, man, he had nobody around him. That has got to be embarrassing for this defense. When you let someone that deep downfield.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is the play this defense had to have. Did you look at the secondary right there? I mean, he was open, guys. Like, that would have been a touchdown, and this defense got to the quarterback, hit him as he's throwing the football, forced the errant pass, and dodged a bullet.
He found some running room, but needed just a few inches more to put it in the end zone. Cutting it close now with 3rd and goal upcoming. They'll run it. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you got to have.
So here is the Tennessee offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Scanning the field. It's Wade. Here comes the heat. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Oh, man, that defensive back just hurled himself in there like a lightning bolt to get the quarterback.
And you see the speed, the closing speed to run, chase the quarterback, get him on the ground. That's why he plays defensive back. He looks like a pass rusher here, but you could definitely see he can.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Off the play fake on first down. Gonna let it fly. Makes the grab inside the 30. Touchdown ball. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And it's another 1st and 10 play. Looking to throw on first down. Fires toward the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. And it seems like every time they throw it, it's first down time in Tennessee.
First down time, and then let's go again. Let's throw it again. These offenses are not afraid to throw the football. When you got a trigger man you trust, let it rip.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Wade. Plucks it out of the air. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Volunteers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Snagged in the middle. It's Payne. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get another score. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. 2nd and goal for this offense. Back to pass. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tennessee! They'll open the second half on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fires to the right. They finally get to him. What a play there to pick up the first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Works the middle of the field. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
To the ground with the back. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, ball. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. And the Vols come to the line on 3rd down trying to keep this drive alive. Deep shot for the end zone. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on 1st down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these 1st downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
He's now up to 64 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. Fires to the middle. Finds a tight end. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Running to Green.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Vols are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Back to throw, it's Wade. Looking down the middle. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
Handoff from the gun. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Offside defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach.
Touchdown, Volunteers! And the punishment has been extended.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Dropping back, it's Wade. Makes the grab. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. Calls his own number. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Trying to barrel in. And they will score. Touchdown, Tennessee. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the... So here is the Tennessee offense. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time they'll crank it up from inside the red zone. Brought down after picking up 3 down to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. throws toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Looking for space. It's Lewis. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Offense tries to go RPO and hand off to the running back, but how about the defense up front? They're just too stout. They're not getting...
And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points.
Let's go. Right. Single, single.
From the gun, running back on the move. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback on the keeper. Quarterback gets enough. At the 45 on his way. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got him.
And that is picture perfect by this quarterback. Nice job running the option, seeing he's not covered. Nobody's taking him. They didn't play that responsibility, and he chews up yards and makes the huge play.
And the Volunteers just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
Black 18.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense, kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The Volunteers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Keep it on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Here we go.
And the Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Hand off from the shotgun. Fights off a defender. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
There's a long and storied history of great games between these two riders to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Looking to pass. It's Wade. With the catch, it's Matthews. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Give to the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Vols really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air. Catch in the middle. It's Matthews. There he goes. Inside the... And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown! Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Off to a good start here and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Trying to escape and get it himself. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Wonder if they'll be conservative on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Going deep. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Got it in the middle, it's Matthews. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Bringing the heat. Keeps it himself and gets the 1st. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs. But I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out. And you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Off the play fake. Quarterback moving. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage. They were really starting to put a drive together. After a couple of incompletions, now they need a big play on 3rd and 10. Going to try to get it himself. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Man, and he's hurt because defensively you got him right where you want him. You got him backed up. Got to make him make a play, but you want to make him throw. He doesn't throw because he can do that. Look at him scramble around, make something out of nothing, and run it in for the scoop.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Got his man downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Wade. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
I'm going to spread you side.
Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. To the air on 1st down. Going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
You want your defenders to be physical in pass coverage, but they can't be overly aggressive. They can't grab and hold. That's an obvious PI call. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Here's a heat. Oh, better look out. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
He's got an open man. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Volunteers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long. Touchdown ball! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Yeah, and you look for the big fellas down here in the red zone. You want to run the football, you want to be physical, then you play action, and you got the big target. Throw it up to him. He does the rest with the soft hands and getting the touchdown.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Looking to throw, it's Wade. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. This time on target. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. He's got it on the run. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football.
Tight end trying to get in. Touchdown Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more. Huge gain on the ground trying to keep it going. He wants to go deep. Makes the grab deep. He goes out of bounds across the 25. Mark it at the 24. And this defense, its head is spinning. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. Going for it all. Touchdown, Tennessee. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. So here is the Tennessee offense. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree, and if you're on that sideline right now, now's not the time to be thinking about the off-season, your strength program, what classes you're taking in the spring. You need to focus on finishing this game and punctuating this season.
Got his man on the right. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. The Vols will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Oh, what a cut. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was...
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. Quarterback on the move, still looking. On the move to the right, looking for a big one.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have...
He's looking deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. Trying to pick up a first down. To the air. It's Wade. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make the decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Odom. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up and try and get a takeaway to get back in this game. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pressure coming. Trying to find his man in the middle. And that one is right on target if his target was the first row. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it. What a nice connection. Knocked down immediately, and they've got it at the 25. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And this beatdown is close to completion as we reach the end of 3. Let's take a look at how we got here. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does.
the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got the first down and more. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. He smashes his way through again. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Man, this tight end, he is like a receiver once he has the ball, isn't he? He's so elusive. He can make people miss. He's got some wiggle, and he's got some speed. This defense, they have their hands full trying to bring this guy down.
Looking for a big gain. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Wade. Makes the catch. It's Bishop. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on 3rd down. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. He's got him. Touchdown ball. Made the grab and... This offense has it with really good field position. Off-play action on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Tennessee. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one.
Give him 6. Touchdown, Volunteers! Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. And the Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Oh, they're after him. Got it behind the line. It's Davis. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Stop me when you've heard this before. 1st down. First down. First down. Just continuing to put first downs together. So far, this defense just can't find any answers.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Volunteers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Snagged in the end zone. Using his legs, it's Bishop. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Wade. Got his man. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You could tell he's thrown over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Rushes on him. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to throw again. He's got his man. Just sledgehammering his way down to the 33.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown ball! A great catch and run for 6. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And the Vols trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Davis. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Volunteer! Once he got... Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Grabbed in the middle, it's Davis. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking for a man, it's Wade. Wide open downfield. Spins away from one. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Vols are threatening in the red zone. Tight end now in motion. They'll throw it from the red zone. Gets it out fast. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. And he'll be stopped for no gain. Still sitting at the 3-yard line.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell.
And he's gonna take it into the end zone. Touch! Quarterback stands alone, all wide receivers. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. Got him, and nobody's close. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. Looking for a productive play on first down. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on first down. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown ball. Made the grab in the end zone for the score. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field.